News from the United States Supreme Court. Tomorrow at noon, after 28 years on the High Court, Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer will step down. Earlier today, by letter, Justice Breyer informed President Biden that his retirement will take effect at 12 noon tomorrow. In his letter to the President, Justice Breyer wrote, quote, "It has been a great honor to participate as a judge in the effort to maintain our Constitution and the rule of law." And with his retirement, the court will be shy one justice for a matter of seconds. Also at noon, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson will be sworn in as the 9th Justice. She is the first black woman to serve on the High Court. I'm joined by Mike Davis, former law clerk to Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch. Well, this is sort of an exciting change. I mean, it won't change the ideology of the court necessarily, but exciting, is it not?
It is exciting for now Justice Jackson, or soon-to-be Justice Jackson, as she goes on to the High Court. I remember following Justice Gorsuch onto the High Court when he was confirmed and serving as one of his first law clerks, so it is a very exciting time.
What month was he confirmed in?
He was confirmed in April of 2017, so we got dumped right into the middle of the term where we had 13 cases coming up in 1 week for which we had to prepare.
Did we listen to some of the arguments and rule on some of them anyway, or did you just rule on the ones that started in April and went forward?
We just did the April
term.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, the Supreme Court, though, the term ends tomorrow as well, and it doesn't. Next term doesn't begin until the first Monday in October. So what will she have to deal with between now and then? What's she likely to do?
Well, it's good. It's actually pretty good timing how they're doing this transition from Justice Breyer to Justice Jackson, because she'll have time to staff up. She has to hire 2 or 3 administrative aides if she hasn't done that already. She was confirmed back in March, so she might have that. 4 law clerks.
She'll probably take some of her law clerks from the U.S. Court of Appeals, wouldn't you think?
Well, she could.
Yeah.
I know Gorsuch made the mistake of bringing some of his prior law clerks.
That would be you.
Yeah,
that would
exactly.
be you.
So yeah, I mean, it's nice to have experienced hands and people who you can trust and rely upon to help you get set up and off to the right start on the Supreme Court. And you know, during the summer, it's actually pretty slow. She'll have a slow month or so, and then the new cases start coming in. They've already granted cert on about 25 cases of the roughly 60 to 70 cases, 80 cases the Supreme Court hears every term. So one of the big cases is going to be affirmative action. So that's going to be throwing Justice Jackson right into the fire of a contentious case.
I imagine, though, that she would like it faster and like to be closer to the first Monday in October, because, I mean, if you're that ambitious, which Supreme Court justices have to be, if you look at their academic record and their legal record, is that they like to produce, they like to do things. So that sort of waiting till October 4th is, I mean, I bet she would rather get moving faster.
No, they will have emergency petitions that come up, the shadow docket, and so there are...
What's a shadow docket, like a death penalty appeal emergency?
It could be a death penalty appeal.
A TRO or a preliminary injunction coming up?
It could be. It could be something coming out of the state Supreme Courts. It could be something coming out of the regional courts of appeals around the country. There are, I think, 13 courts of appeals. Maybe I forgot, but there are United States courts of appeals around the country. They stay, you know, they're not completely on vacation.
So where are these justices? We know where Justice, our newest justice will be sworn in tomorrow at noon, so we know where she'll be. Chief Justice John Roberts is going to do that, so we know where she is. But where do all these justices go in this period? Well,
they go teach, they go relax, they go write, they write their books. You know, it's a pretty good gig. You know, I don't think and
it's a lifetime appointment, nonetheless.
Yeah, you get lifetime tenure, you get 4 law clerks, 3 administrative aides. I mean, it's a pretty good gig.
But it's hard work. I don't want to make light of it. I mean, it's a tough job. I mean, you can even see, you know, the controversial opinions. We've gone through a number of them recently. Is that they still are friends. I mean, you've got Justice Sotomayor and Justice Clarence Thomas are good friends. Ginsburg and Scalia were good friends, but different ideologies.
It's truly like a family inside that Supreme Court, not only for the justices, but with the law clerks and the court staff. I remember when I did my clerkship, it was a 3-month clerkship to help them get set up. Justice Gorsuch gets set up. And we have this tradition in the Supreme Court where the law clerks, each set of 4 law clerks has lunch with each one of the justices. And so they did basically like speed dating for the Gorsuch clerks for the 3 months to get us in. And it was great. Like, Justice Breyer, he's a great man. He served his country very, very well. Smart, funny, kind. He will be missed on the Supreme Court.
You know, I interviewed him when he wrote a book, and I thought that he was very gracious and very sort of gentle and scholarly and everything else. And whether you agree with these justices or not, when you meet them one-on-one, you know, there are lots of times recently they've been vilified, you know, both sides of the aisle, but when you meet them, they are thoughtful people.
They're very kind, thoughtful people. Again, it's like a family. They're siblings for life. They're stuck together for life. Sometimes they have their fights like all siblings do, but they really do get along very well, despite what the media reports.
Well, good luck to Justice Breyer with what he does. I'm sure he's going to write, and welcome the newest member to the court. So it'll be exciting to see Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.